Good morning, everybody. On behalf of Oasis Travel, Alison and I would like to welcome you to our first virtual online cruise show. For those of you who have cruised with us before and attended our shows, you will know that last year was our biggest cruise show ever. We held it down at the Waterfront Exhibition Hall and we had 1,500 people there on one day, only on the Saturday. So this year things are rather different, but we're hoping to get back next year to a bigger and even better show. We had a wonderful day yesterday when hundreds of people joined us for presentations throughout today, and today the sun is shining, so I'm sure we're going to have a great day too. So the purpose of today is for Alison and I to introduce you to some of the world's leading cruise companies where their specialists will be doing presentations. It's fantastic to see the way that cruising has embraced the current situation and the plans to change cruising for the future. So health and safety measures have been put in place, and it is really hoped that cruising will return at the end of this year, if not at the end of this year, certainly next year. River cruising has already started, so it's really, really great to see. You know, we all like to see progress. So whilst we really miss seeing you all face to face, we really hope that you will be inspired by what you see today and it will help you plan your next cruise getaway. So Princess Cruises, well, I actually, that one of the last ships that I was on was a Princess Cruise, and that was at the launch of the Sky Princess, and I think that was back last year in October. I hadn't cruised with Princess before. I'd been on plenty of their ships, but maybe just for lunch or a day visit, but I really loved Sky Princess. What I particularly liked about it was, you know, the luxurious public areas, the big lounges with the sofas looking out to sea. I really loved, and I know that Rebecca's going to be talking about it, this movies under the stars concept, which I know other cruise ships do, but with Princess, they just make it particularly special. And one night we had a cocktail party in some of the suites that had just the bird's eye view of this massive screen. And if you stay in some of those, you can actually pick the movie of the night. So the whole ship, well, as long as it's appropriate, I guess. But I just really loved that. But the service on board, I just felt it really had something for everybody. So we're going to hand over now to Rebecca Kelly from Princess Cruises, and following Rebecca's presentation, we'll go straight into a video of Sky Princess.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Kelly and I'm here to tell you all about Princess Cruises. At Princess Cruises we talk about the Princess Difference, and I'm just going to run through what that means. So the first off, we're the destination leader. So we go to 380 different destinations around the world. We like to spend more time in our ports. So what that means is lots of late night calls, a lot more overnights, just so you can enjoy the shore side. Also, we have local discoveries. So we will have a local guide, whether you're sailing through Alaska, whether you're in Asia, Australia, or even in Ireland, the British Isles. We will have local guides who you can book that excursion with them through Oasis Travel, and they'll be able to give you the details on it. So they can bring you to the spots that you're going to miss. So could be like the place where you're going to get the best pint, the best crab in Alaska, and so on. And we also have, we kind of do an immersion, so we immerse you into the culture. So if you're in Alaska, we will have like lumberjacks on board, and they will show you all the axe throwing and talk you through a day in the life of a lumberjack. We have Puppies in the Piazza, where we have sanctuaries and puppy sanctuaries, and we bring them on board and you get to see the huskies and listen to the stories about them. We have astrologists on board and they can talk you through the night sky. So it's just little different things like that we like to offer. The other thing that we talk about when we talk about the Princess Difference is a home away from home. What I found was when I came on board was that I really felt like I was at home. The reason being, it's just the atmosphere is really relaxed, whether you're sitting at the pool and you're going to take part in the entertainment and there's a party happening, and then you step away from that and you go to the next pool and everyone's just chilled out reading a book, watching a movie on the big screen. In the evening time, we do movies under the stars. So that's really special. You know, you can just step away from the bars, sit down, put them whatever movie's on. You get it. They go around with popcorn, cookies, complimentary, and a big blanket, and you can sit under the stars and watch a movie. Really, really nice and highly recommended. The other thing we talk about when we talk about the Princess difference is the relaxation. So we take your relaxation very serious. Do you ever hear the phrase when you're on holidays, I can't wait to go home to my own bed? With Princess, you don't really have that. The reason for that is that we have our own Princess beds on board. So we had a sleep doctor design these beds, and they're so popular that we actually sell them all around the world. So believe you me when I say that that bed is the most comfortable bed you'll ever sleep in, it is. And the dining that we have on board, so you can have casual dining, you can have your dressed up dining, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to choose. We have the international buffet, which is really, really popular. We also have Salty Dog Grills, so when you're at the pool, you actually don't need to leave the pool and go into the buffet. You can have a burger and chips and just chill out there at the pool. Coffee and cones, so we've got 24 hours that you can have tea and coffee, and this is really good, especially if you're traveling long haul. So Caribbean, I was jet lagged, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, whereas before I probably find myself not knowing what to do, I got up and I went down and I had coffee and a sandwich. So that's available 24 hours and that's free of charge to you as well. So we also have the dining, as I said, the Crown Grill. So the Crown Grill and Sabatini's, two beautiful restaurants, which I highly recommend you do. Just pay slightly extra for them, but they're really, really worthwhile. The other thing about Princess Cruises is that we like to delight you, and how we delight you is this little nugget here. So this is the Ocean Medallion. So with the Ocean Medallion, when you go on board, you get this medallion. So this is your cruise card. So you, instead of your normal cruise card, this is your cruise card. So I'll just show you that there, okay? And you can slot this into a watch. So you can slot it into a watch. You can buy it. It comes out with on a necklace that you can buy a necklace for it, but it comes on like a chain that you can just wear. And the different things like this, we just had a chat about this with the team, and the different things that we love in it. You have an app on your phone and you can download the phone. If you don't, you're not kind of tech savvy, you're fine. You don't need to worry about that. You can just use your key card as normal. But the good thing is about that, you can go on the app and you can download all the different information. So when you go to your cabin door, it's the technology in this little thing here opens the cabin door for you. So you're walking along, and especially, you know, if you're coming back from breakfast, you're coming back from the evening with your hands full, or you're even just going to your cabin, you just walk along and you just see your photo pops up and your cabin door opens automatically. Really, really cool. You can go on your phone at any time and find the other parties in your group. So you turned around and say, oh, I'm heading down to the casino, or I'm going back to the pool area, and then you find, oh, I've lost my book, I need to go and get my book, something like that. You can just go on your phone and they can find wherever you've gone. So husbands beware, you say you're gone to bed and you're gone to the casino, the wives will know exactly where you're gone. Another thing, my favorite thing about this is that you can order drinks on your phone. So anywhere on board the ship, you can order drinks. So what that means essentially is you could be sitting at the pool, you can be sitting in your cabin, you can be anywhere on board and you can order a drink. You just go onto your app on your phone, you order that drink, and because it's GPS located, you can get up after ordering that drink and walk to somewhere else, and that will notify the bartender that you've moved from your position, and they'll follow you around the ship until they find you. Really good. For adults, you can take it off, the GPS off, but for children, you can't. So for the children and families, there's so many games on board, so you don't need to bring the iPads with you, or and you don't need pulling them out every day, and the tablets, you don't need any of that, because on your own phone, you have all the games already downloaded, over 1,000 games on this as well. So again, a really, really cool thing. Embarkation, very, very seamless. The reason being is because you've already done it and you just go straight on, so there's no queuing on board. And they've said from Southampton terminal to the pool, you can do it in 10 minutes. So really, really cool. So this is the Ocean Medallion. I'm also going to talk to you really quickly about our Princess Plus. So Princess Plus is our new promotion that we have always on right now, and that is Wi-Fi, gratuities and your drinks. So Wi-Fi, gratuities and drinks for £35 per person per day. It's a really cool, because your gratuities can run up to around £15, and then Wi-Fi on top of that. So I highly recommend it. Even for those who don't really drink, if you're just going to have like some of your coffees, your tea, and you might have a glass of wine with your dinner, I still recommend taking out the Princess Plus. So always look at that. The big exciting news for us this year is that we're going to have 3 royal class ships in Europe. So we're going to have Regal Princess sailing out to Southampton, doing some ex-UK sailings. And we're going to marry that up, and the guys in Oasis Travel can marry that up with flights from Dublin or Belfast to Heathrow or Gatwick. We can do a transfer, and those transfers are running all through the day, and to bring you to Southampton for Regal Princess. So she's a Royal Class ship, she's Ocean Medallion enabled, and prices for 6 nights, cruise only, on Regal Princess, doing Spain, France and Portugal, I think. The girls will confirm. £5.99, so £599 for a 6-night cruise from Southampton, and they can marry that up and package everything for you. We're also going to have Sky Princess, so one of our brand new ships that was just launched last year. Sky Princess is going to be doing British Isles, ex-Southampton again, and she'll be doing Cork, Dublin, and all around the British Isles. So if you feel like you want to do something a little bit more closer to home, Scotland, the UK, Belfast, so she's going to be doing all those different things. She's also going to be doing some really nice Baltic cruises from Southampton. So again, you don't want to travel too far. You can just go over to Southampton and pick up a 11 nights cruise from there. Then we're going to have Enchanted Princesses, who's our brand new ship. And to be honest, guys, I was completely blown away by Sky Princess. And I have been cruising a very long time, as I'm sure most of you have. And I was really blown away by Sky Princess, just because of her level of entertainment on board. I'd never seen it before. And the shows that they did, they had a live orchestra band on stage, and the different options that you had for everything. As I said, the dining, great sushi restaurant on board. And then taking that back, her sister now, Enchanted Princess, is going to be doing 7-night sailings out of the Med. And the prices on those are really, really good. Just over £1,000 for a 7-night sailing. So they're really, really good options. The guys in Oasis will give you more details on that. As I said to you about the Regal Princess, I think that's going to be a really good option. And the guys in Oasis can give you more details on that. And I'm going to just follow with a little video on Regal Princess. I hope I've covered everything. I hope I've given you a little bit insight to Princess Cruises. As I said, for me, my highlight was the movies under the stars, just sitting there with the girls, having a cocktail and watching the movie on board, and the clarity of those screens are unbelievable. And also just being able to walk around the ship and relax, and then just not having to queue, not having to order a drink, and go to the bar and queue for a drink and and just being able to do it on my phone. And one of the really little quick things I'd say to you, the guys make a note of you on your booking. So when you're walking around the ship, they'll have your history, so they'll have their own iPads, and they'll see, like, your face will pop up, and they'll say to you, so for example, one of them said to me, "Oh, Miss Kelly, I've just seen you've been on Sky Princess, a brand new ship. I haven't seen it. What is it like?" So it's like, if you feel like you want to do like single cruise and you have maybe a little bit of anxiety that you're going to be alone, the staff on board really are fantastic, and the food is absolutely to die for. And as I said about the destinations. So thank you so much for your time. As I said, talk to the guys in Oasis and they'll be able to give you all the information you need. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.
Part of the love of being at sea is enjoying the sea. Just smelling that fresh salt sea air in the sunrise. To get well prepared, it takes a great team. So you can't do it on your own. I'm surrounded by great professionals that are here to deliver the best possible experience for our guests. We see the difference crew make in guests' lives. Just to see that connection is really special.
Got a very special surprise for you. Come on in, squeeze in. The greatest reward that comes from being a cruise director is making the guests laugh, making the guests have a good time, seeing smiling faces. We like to share our personalities with our guests, and that's what I love about doing what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, here for Phoebe and Sentiments! We're really lucky with the entertainment that we have on board. Our amazing cast, which we call the Stars of the Sky Princess, are phenomenal. I will say in my 10 years at sea, they are the best cast I've ever seen. They're attractive, talented, and lovely people all around.
It's amazing to think that all of this happens on a floating ship out in the middle of the ocean. You name it, Princess are doing it. Right over here is where all the magic happens. As we are about to start a show, we always start in the side wings, and the pep talks that we give each other before the show are one of my most favourite things that we do. Once we do get on stage, the vibe that you get from the audience, the energy, everything, you literally have the best job in the world. Choose a job you love and you never work a day in your life. And when this is my job, how can I complain?
I like my job. I like treating people good, and I like making drinks. Today I'll be making your Sky Princess Martini. I like how Princess treats us as a crew. I know that I am making the Princess proud, so as Princess makes me proud. This will be a Sky Martini. Since we are on a Sky Princess, we have a beautiful Sky Martini.
Cocktails help shape travel because cocktails are no longer just a drink, they're an experience. I like to say it's an adventure in a glass. And Princess has blown it out of the water because they have great bars for everybody. I fell in love with mixing cocktails because I just adore making people happy. And then I'm blessed to work with some of the greatest chefs in the world.
Welcome to the pastry shop. Today we will show you making gelato on board the Sky Princess. My biggest reward is when the guests will tell me the pastry on board is the best they never had. So I'm not the one who make all the cakes. I have teams. They are doing the cakes for us. And when I see the guests saying that, it's like, wow, we get the point. I'm very proud of my guys.
Whatever we do here, it's like a teamwork. Whatever we do, we work with smile. We think this is our home for us.
All of my colleagues there work together. We work together as a team with one dream. It's all about family.
We are at the Camp Discovery. This is actually where the fun begins. Camp Discovery actually holds 3 rooms that is only for children and teens. The greatest joy when I see their faces once they leave the center. Usually they don't want to leave the center, so parents sometimes say, oh, let's go ashore, and they don't want to go. They want to stay with us. So when the kids are happy, parents are even happier.
What's so special about Sky Princess? It's our first Medallion class purpose-built ship. And what that means is that our guests receive the ultimate personalized guest experience. Anything you want, anytime you want it, any place you want it, that service comes to you. You can actually order room service in your stateroom, and if you change your mind that you want to move to another location and head up to the Lido deck, that order will come to you on the Lido deck. So it really makes the experience all about you. And then when you get to your stateroom door actually greets you and opens up. It takes all the hassle out of your vacation experience.
This really is the best ship I ever been. And not only the ship itself, but the entire team we have here on the Sky Princess. We are the best. They are smiling, working hard all the time. They are so friendly. It's such a pleasure and honor to be the captain.
Our theme for Sky Princess is Reach for the Sky, and it really speaks to everybody who in their lives stretch themselves to become the best version of themselves. We love delighting our guests as they connect with one another and connect with the beautiful places that we visit.
Rebecca, thank you very much indeed, and I hope you all enjoyed that video of the beautiful Sky Princess. And did you hear them saying in the Sky Princess video, choose a job you love and you never have to work it in your life?
Got that.
That's
I
awesome.
think we're okay with that.
So now, Alison, I don't know whether we've got any
Yes,
questions from the presentation.
I have a couple of questions through. So one couple has asked, they're interested in going on the ships. Is there enough for them to do? And are they going to see lots of children?
Okay. Right, let me think about this. So when I was in Sky Princess, it was October. So of course then there weren't any families around. But what the Princess ship really struck to me was that there was something for everybody. And although there were facilities for kids, there weren't big water slides on the deck. You know the way in some ships that are very family orientated, the pool deck is taken over by water slides and things. Well, that is not Princess. So where the kids clubs were, they were discreet. So I don't imagine that even in the height of summer that the ship would be overrun by kids. The really nice thing was whenever they talked about the movies Under the Stars, during the day when we were lying around the pool, there was a Disney movie on. And I know you would think, well, that's really a kid's thing, but you know, in the sunshine and just at that time, it was an easy watch, lovely movie that wasn't loud and wasn't intrusive. So that was good. And the next day, it was actually when the Rugby World Cup, I think, was on, and we're watching the rugby the next day. So it was really good fun. But as I said at the beginning, one thing that I really loved about the Princess ship was their lounges and their public areas, you know, places that you could go and have your afternoon tea or your cocktails, and that was really nice. They were really elegantly furnished, and you know, sometimes as the ships have become more modern, that has changed, and that's what I miss. So I would say that you would have found that the areas were maybe a bit more traditional, but really beautiful. So I would have no hesitation about recommending it to people who are traveling without children. Not at all. I really think the ships have something for everything.
I think the ships are very impressive, and I know living sort of quite close to Belfast, I can remember seeing the ships going up, and there was always a lot of hype about a Princess ship coming in, because they are really, really impressive, and people got really excited about seeing these big floating hotels coming into Belfast for the day. So
they're beautiful. They are stunning looking even inside and out. But beautifully decorated.
Good.
Gorgeous.
And I have another question here from John. John wants to know, did you actually use the Ocean Medallion?
Did I use it? Yes, I did. Do you know what? We became obsessed with this Ocean Medallion because, you know, bear in mind, in our jobs, we get to see so many different cruise ships. So you're always looking for, well, what makes this ship or what makes this product different from everything else? So when they handed us these medallions, we were obsessive about it. So yes, so it was really fun. You know, when you're walking along the ship's corridors at night, I don't know, and how long have I to go? When's my cabin? And you see that click and your photograph coming up on the door. That really happens. You go, there, I live there. And it's really good. And yes, the way then that you can open the app on your phone, and we lay around the pool. We ordered drinks from our app that was connected to the medallion in some way, and it was really, really good fun. So we tested it out because you know what travel people are like, Alison.
Yes.
Always like to find out maybe something is not working quite right, but it did work perfectly, and we had a lot of fun with it, and we really, really enjoyed using it. So Alison, now I hope you have some offers for us today.
I do, and I also I also wanted to highlight as well, I think this is really quite unique for Princess. They do have a Princess Plus on offer, and it's £35 per person per day. So Rebecca talked about at the moment their campaign, you can get an upgrade in your cabin.
Yes.
Whereas the Princess Plus is £35 per person per day, and that actually includes all your drinks and your gratuities. So really you can make your cruise all inclusive. So as well getting the free upgrade, you can select the Princess Plus, and that will add your premium drinks, your Wi-Fi as well, and your tips. So that can be done on any of the Princess offers that I'm going to talk about.
Fantastic.
We do have access, Rebecca mentioned in her video, to the 599 offer. She was right. It is a 6-day Spain and France cruise. It's traveling in May. A perfect taster cruise for those that maybe haven't tried Princess before, and it's $599 sailing from Southampton. But if there's maybe more than 2 of you going, we can get a reduction on the 3rd and 4th guests in the same cabin for $249. So I think even as a family or as a group of girls, or you know, that is a perfect way to introduce Princess. We can also give you a free cabin upgrade on that one as well. So $599 for a balcony cabin is something else, isn't it?
It's the price of a weekend away in Ireland, isn't it? A staycation.
It is. Another one that we have, again, just thinking of where is popular. Most of our customers love to travel up to the fjords. It's a really popular destination for cruising. For August departures, which is a beautiful time to go up to the fjords, a balcony cabin is starting off there at $899 for a week. So Princess are extremely well priced, and as I say, these are all based on balcony cabins. And if you wanted to enhance your cruise, you can certainly pay the extra £35 per person per day to get your drinks, your tips, and your Wi-Fi.
That's absolutely brilliant. Awesome,
there is some offers if you wanted to go a bit further afield, maybe traveling next April. We have flights from Dublin to Los Angeles staying a couple of nights in LA, and I know you've been
Oh,
to
yeah.
LA before.
We were in LA about 3 years ago. I loved it. So I suppose if you're doing a pre-cruise, you could choose maybe whether you want to stay somewhere like Beverly Hills and do all the shops and do all the homes of the stars, or we actually stayed in Santa Monica. So that meant actually we taxied it into LA, so it was great.
Yeah, so we can do 2 nights in LA or Beverly
Yeah,
Hills.
beach.
Yeah. And then 7 nights on board the Royal Princess. Some of you might have seen this. Jane McDonald did this very itinerary, sailing from Los Angeles. She did San Francisco, San Diego. So it's a really popular itinerary. Again, we've got you the free upgrade from inside to balcony, and that is only $12.99. So
That's brilliant.
value for money. That is definitely one of the cruises that's selling really well for Princess at the minute.
And fair to say that these offers that are out at the minute, probably, you know, that they are putting out brilliant offers now to really get people back to cruising.
Yes, they definitely are.
So all of our shops are open today until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, most of our staff, actually, I mentioned earlier, Princesses come into Belfast quite a lot. So we're so lucky that most of our staff have experienced that Princess product.
Yes, okay. So give any of the shops a call, and if it's after hours, you can email us and we will get back to you. Alison, there's been a few more questions through just about the health and safety on board, you know, post-COVID, about masks and sort of several other things. But each cruise company will be sort of giving us a list of their policies whenever we get the exact date of their return to cruise, and we'll just happily share that with you. Somebody else is asking, what is the average age on board? They think it's very old. Does that mean they're looking at me? I would say a lot of people ask about average age on board cruise ships, but I think it really depends on the time of year and often the itinerary.
The itinerary.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely Princess, all age groups, but sometimes just depending on the time of year and the itinerary, you can get an older age group. But
And I
we
think
try to keep you right.
The videos that the companies do don't necessarily show a wide range of guests on board, so I can maybe understand where that question has came from, because in some of the videos the itinerary did lean itself more to a particular age group, but certainly I would say Princesses,
Well, I would say maybe some of the
20s upwards. I mean, there's crowds of girls that'll go away, there's families that'll go, there's couples. So
there is, and maybe thinking about Princess, maybe 10 years ago, that kind of P&O Princess product was linked, and it would have been an older age group, but I think not now that the ships have all the new facilities, so not now with their new ships. So that's all I have on that. And just before then we draw the competition prize, I just want to remind you all of what's happening later on today. So we have 5 more presentations to do. You know, we'll be covering sort of the family cruise and MSC and Royal Caribbean. But for something that's very different, our next presentation is AMA Waterways. So for anybody who would be tempted to try a river cruise and hasn't done so before, AMA Waterways offer real luxury 5-star river cruising. At 2 o'clock then it's Silver Sea, and Silver Sea will be focusing on expedition cruises, so to the Galapagos, and if that is something that really is on your bucket list, do not miss Luke's presentation at 2 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, we will have exclusive access to Tradewind Voyages, who are building the world's largest sailing ship. So this is real luxury cruising with sails that's going to go into really exciting ports, actually all around the world. So don't miss that. So you can connect to those. Please go on to Eventbrite and you can register still for any of those. But just to say a big thank you to all of you. We can't wait until we see you all face to face, and we hope that's very soon. But in the meantime, we just hope that you've been inspired and this gives you something to look forward to. So whatever you're doing, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you.
Thank you.